In the second subunit of the French Revolution, we have seen that France got constitutional monarchy from Louis XVI. With that, all the problem have solved. Whether the people got their independence, did you feel so? No. So now let we step into the third subunit, the time when France abolished its monarchy, become a republic. By seeing this heading, we will get confused because in the last subunit itself, the people got independence. Then again, why the title is France abolished its monarchy? Monarchy was already abolished, right? No, there was a constitutional monarchy, right? In the word itself, there is a word called monarchy, constitutional monarchy. So monarchy exists over there. It was completely abolished and the France is going to get republic. That heading we are going to see here. This period is radical and intense and very important to understand the extreme steps taken during revolution. So after the National Assembly limited the powers of the king, tensions still remain. So already we have seen that constitutional monarchy will be there, but all the rights will be taken by the whom? Taken by the people, right? So here the monarchy is just for namesake. His powers were completely limited, right? People suspended. Louis XVI was secretly working against the revolution. After signing the constitution, after he had agreed to the constitutional monarchy, he was not happy with it because he couldn't able to show his power. So with his neighboring countries Prussia and Austria, by joining with them, he was planning something to get back his own monarchy kingdom. That was happened. So by hearing this, on 20th June 1791, the royal family tried to escape from France but was caught at Varnes and brought back. The people lost all trust in the king. They believed he had betrayed the nation. What does it mean by betray? Betray is nothing but exposing or releasing our information to other country. Okay, which we should not do for our country. That is nothing but betrayed. Okay, so here what was happened by hearing this? The people come to know that he is doing that. So in April 1792, France declared war on Austria and Prussia. Why particularly on Austria and Prussia? Because those two country kings were supporting to Louis XVI. All those three joining together and they are going to take back the monarchy form of government. That was the reason to conduct the war against them. The war brought economic hardships, prices rose, men were sent to fight. The women alone want to take care of the entire family, men went to fight. Okay, people became angry at the monarchy and blamed them for the crisis. At this time, many volunteer or common people joined together and they have started so many clubs. Okay, political clubs like our clubs are there, na? Related subject clubs. So same like that. Here also so many clubs were started. In that, one of the famous club is nothing but Jacobian Club. This Jacobian Club leader is nothing but Maximilian Robespierre. This Jacobian Club was a radical group of revolutionaries. It included it in this political club consists of so many common people. The members of this clubs are shoemaker, cooks, watchmakers, printers, people, and artisans, common people, daily wages workers, servants. So all these people joined together and they were running this Jacobin club. As I already told you that the Maximilian Robespierre was the leader of this club. So this club members used to wear a long striped pants or nothing but long striped trousers, we can say. Why they have preferred this long striped trousers is nothing but during that time the nobles used to wear the knee breeches. What is my knee breeches? Till the knees, shorts we will say, na, same like that. So opposing their ideas, here they used to wear the long striped trousers. Okay, out of fashion, this one, what they are using here. So here this Jacobin is also known as sans cluteau, which means that without knee breeches. So what was happened in this year of 1792 is nothing but this Jacobin. Actually, this leader was asking, this leader is there, na, Maximilian Robespierre. He has some ideas. He believed on some ethical issues. One is that not ethical issues, we can say ethical ideas. One is that enemies of the revolution must be punished. Equality must be enforced strictly. These are the two laws or two principles that he was believing. At last, on August 1792, The Jacobins, a radical political group, attacked the royal palace of Tuileries. So King Louis XVI was arrested. The monarchy was suspended. After this, elections were held with the universal male suffrage, not universal adult suffrage. It is universal male suffrage, which means that only men has the right to vote. That too, they should complete the 21 years of age. Okay, a new assembly was formed, which is called the National Convention. On 21st September 1792, France was declared a republic. The monarchy was officially abolished. Here onwards, which means that from that year 1792 onwards, no hereditary monarchy. There is a government, which means that the member of the government will be elected by the common people. Okay, after this, what happened to Louis XVI? Louis XVI was tried by the court for treason. As a punishment, he was found guilty and sentenced to death. On 21st January 1793, he was executed by guillotine. Guillotine is nothing but it is an instrument used to give punishment for the uh, crime people. Okay, so later his wife was also executed. The next subtopic under the subunit is nothing but reign of terror. Reign of terror is nothing but during the period of Maximilian, how was that period? How did he treat, or what were the principles he brought, what were the norms he brought? That only we are going to see in this. Robespierre rule is known as the reign of terror, as I already told you. During this time, thousands of people were arrested and executed. Why? What is the reason? The reason was that if they didn't even accept, or if they didn't even follow the policy of the Maximilian, they will be executed. Anyone in the sense means who? Anyone suspected of opposing the revolution, even by words also, was guillotined. Nobles, it might be nobles, clergy, or farmer. Before that, they have done the revolution. Now they are not ready to listen to the Robespierre, means they also. Okay, not only those people, even in the Jacobin Club, who were not ready to accept the Maximilian words, they will also be put in the guillotine board. This guillotine become the symbol of fear and control. I told he brought out so many reforms. Though Robespierre was strict, he was a strict person, he introduced some reforms. Okay, he has fixed the price for the bread and encouraged to use simple clothes like without fancy pant. Changed the church names. The places, the church where belongs to clergy that were completely shut down, and it was given to the government buildings. And one more thing, that meat and bread he made it as ration is nothing but how through the public distribution system we are using ration shops. In that, it was given for the common people who couldn't able to buy that. Okay, here the rates were fixed, the grain rate were fixed by the government, and he has insisted the village people to go and sell their products in the market area in the cities. Okay, even he abolished, he was strictly said to the people not to call the people as sir or madam. Every people should be considered equally, so they need to call them as a citizen. That's it. Okay, these were the reforms he brought. Was successful. All was his reforms was very good. It was liked by the people actually. But when the days are moving on, at last in July 1794, Robespierre lost his support. On 28th July 1794, he was arrested and he was guillotined. With his death, reign of terror ended. Then the new form of government came. What was that new form of government? Nothing but a new constitution was made, and that was called the directory. What is mean by directory? Directors means what? More than 2 to 3 members will be there, na? So same like that, executive power was now given to a 5-member called the directory. However, the directory was corrupt and inefficient. Among them, there was a competition. Okay, each one fight others. Okay, so they were jealous among themselves and they were fighting with each other. It leads to corruption, and that form of government was not good. Okay, so at last what was happened is that political instability continued in France. Political instability is nothing but no one was taking care of the government properly, each one fighting for their own perspective view. In 1799, a military general named Napoleon Bonaparte overthrew the directory, which means that he entered. He later declared himself the Emperor of France. We can call him as a dictator also. This marked the end of the French Revolution and the start of the Napoleon era. The revolution went from liberty and equality to radical violence and finally to military rule. It deeply influenced Europe and the modern world. Okay, the ideas of the revolution lived on even though power changed. The ideas of revolution is nothing but what? Freedom, equality, and fraternity. Though these many people, listen here, constitutional monarchy came in 1791. Again, it changed into convention, nothing but republic. Again, it came under the directory rule. At last, it went to the military rule. Though these many different form of government existed, but the people didn't even forgot about their ideas towards the revolution. Their ideas is nothing but freedom, equality for everybody, and the fraternity. So these three concepts they didn't even forgot. Okay, I think so. You understood. Thank you.